I'm dressed like a single, middle-aged, overly paid, mildly successful shrink right now, and it's fitting because I'm about to give my unsolicited advice to people on the internet. Alright, we are going to be reading Am I the A-hole? Very excited. I'm cozy. It is negative 20 degrees outside, or I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm Canadian and I will not change to Fahrenheit. I will not fold under the pressure. Okay, so do the math. Either way, it's snowing in Texas. What the ass? Okay, speaking of ass, let's get to it. First up, am I the asshole if I break up with my boyfriend after he asked to have my friend join in? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and say no. You're probably not the asshole, but let's read. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. My boyfriend, 23 male, his brain's not fully developed, and I, 19 female, nor is yours. We're showering after getting at it the other night when he randomly asks, would you ever let another girl join in? I just enveloped into myself. Some people are into that. That's fine. Me personally, I would turn my head very slowly with my eyes unblinking, somewhat like this. What? Anyway, I laughed thinking he was joking, so I played along and said, with who? Ooh. Okay, see where this is going. Expecting him to say something ridiculous or to make a joke. You left it open for him. You're a big person. That's good. Instead, he smiled a little and casually went, Olivia? She's pretty and I think she'd like it. The way I would sideswipe that motherfucker's legs in the shower. I can't read the rest. I gotta read the rest. Okay, I'll read the rest. I just kind of froze for a second because I wasn't expecting that at all. At that moment, a dozen questions raced through my mind. Olivia, 18 female, barely legal, is one of my close friends, and she's also got to know my boyfriend, so we all know each other. The last time we all hung out was at the beach for her birthday. I told him I wasn't comfortable with that, and I asked why he even thought of her specifically. He just shrugged and said he figured I'd feel more comfortable with somebody we both knew, and he thought she'd say yes. I told him that I was feeling weird right then. He rolled his eyes at me and said it was just a question. You little I pressed him again why he wanted her specifically. He said he asked me first because the thought popped into his mind and he wasn't expecting me to go along, but he thought it'd be a fun time. Sounds like you just didn't think, Todd, or whatever the fuck your name is. Probably Todd. It's probably one syllable dumb fucking name. Just like a sound effect, like bleh. Anyway, and that he then just said her name because she popped in his head while you were in the shower. Oh my God, do you want the shovel? You want a shovel to dig yourself that hole a little deeper? Popped into his head and he thought it'd feel good with her and that she'd like it. Oh my God. Oh my God. He said he thought it would feel good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's in these moments where if I put myself in her barefoot shoes, I might go to jail. I might have gone to jail. I don't know how I would handle that. I would just, you know what, the best thing to do is just simply walk out of the shower, pick up his clothes. Hopefully he doesn't live with him. I don't know if you guys live together. Hopefully not. And you just take away his clothes, burn them. Okay, stay with me. And then the house as well with him. Anyway, he brushed me off like I'm overreacting. He said it was just a dumb hypothetical in the moment. Well, it wasn't a hypothetical, was it? It was something you wanted to do. Bleh. Bitch. I don't know about breaking up with him over this, but the thought did cross my mind. Am I the asshole here? Am I overreacting? Listen, Sheila, whatever your name is, look, you're so young. You're a little baby. You are a baby, 19-year-old. Oh my gosh. You don't need to deal with this. There are so many other people out there. If you're not comfortable with this, which some people are, and that's totally fine, but clearly you're not, just go. Just leave. You don't gotta deal with that. Everything is downhill or uphill, whichever's worse, basically. I think uphill. Everything is just, you're gonna be spiraling with this dude. I don't know how long you guys have been together, but you don't need any more time with him. This just says who he is. He's looking at other women, first of all. You're friends, which I don't, maybe something happened between them to make him think that she would like it and like how it feels. So he's already got his eyes on somebody else. You need a man with blinders, blinders. Only one way to go, But this guy, he's got the blinders off. He's got the reins. He's pulling every way, He's bumping it. I don't know why I'm giving horse analogies right now. But yeah, just, you don't need to be with him. If it's crossing your mind, just break up with him. You're so young, and he doesn't seem worth it. Personally, what did other people say, though? You can break up with anyone for any reason. Exactly what Dr. Collins just said. Yes, if you don't want to be with them anymore, you don't have to have a good enough reason. Exactly. You could just break up with somebody just cuz. It's a free, you can do that, which is awesome. If you're married, it's a little more difficult, but man, and this is a good enough reason. Let me tell you what. I know not the point of the post, but an extremely important life lesson, not the asshole. Exactly. No longer want to is a perfectly good reason. Just not feeling it is also a perfectly good reason. I did this with a boyfriend a long time ago. He kind of shrugged and was like, that's fair. We managed to remain friends because we both in the right headspace for that. Yeah, I've done that. Not just for no reason necessarily, but just because I was like, for a very extended period of time, I was like, this isn't the person that I'm probably going to spend the rest of my life with, and I'm just not vibing with them. And there was no inherently specific reason. I was just like, is this all right? Yeah, we'll see you later. Have a good time. Chip, chip, cheerio, leave. Yeah, don't light his house on fire, Don't do that. Just kidding. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Next, am I the scallywag if I'm upset that my husband mentioned getting a paternity test? Oh, yeah. Another oh, yeah. Shoot. All right, well, it's not looking good for these guys, this video. Anyway, my 31 female husband, 32 male, just mentioned that he's keen on getting a paternity test for a 3-week-old baby girl. This better be a good reason. His reasoning is that our daughter has darker hair than him. He has brown hair. I'm white blonde. Does this motherfucker not know how babies work? That little baby could come out with flaming orange hair. It's just doesn't have to look exactly like your hair. Anyway, sorry. I'm not gonna get off track. I will just read. Okay. I'm a little confused as she hardly has any bloody hair, and this just feels like he's accusing me of infidelity. Sounds like it, Teresa. I don't actually know your name. I actually thought he was joking initially. The conversation went as follows. Ooh, okay. He said, her hair is really dark. So I said, yeah, it is. Even though it isn't darker than his. He then mentioned getting the test. It was completely out of the blue. I initially said that he should go for it, as I wasn't thinking. But now I've had some time to reflect, I'm not happy about it. If he wants to get the test, fine by me, but it just feels like he doesn't trust me. Am I overthinking this? He has no reason to think like this. It sounds like he's a little insecure, a little... He even went as far as to say if she wasn't mine biologically, she'd still be my girl. That statement just pissed me off, and I've said nothing to him since. As you shouldn't. That just gave me cringy goosebumps. Rage bumps. They just gave me cringe rage bumps. Ew, what the who are these people? Who are you? Shape up. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't have all the context. I don't know why he would think this. I'm hoping that this is, you haven't committed infidelity and that he's just being an insecure little bitch. I don't think you're the asshole, that you're upset, because I would be heavily offended if my partner was to look at my 3-week-old baby girl that I conceived with him and be like, we need to get a paternity test. I don't think this is mine. I'd be like, the fuck you are, because I don't know. I would be upset. I think anyone would be upset. I think any woman that gave birth to who that child's father actually is would be upset. But there's an update. Thanks for all the comments and advice. There seems to be some common responses, so I thought I'd reply to them here. I'm more than happy for him to get the test, but as most have mentioned, that would confirm his lack of trust in me, his wife, and I don't think I could overlook that, as you shouldn't. I think I'll seek some counseling to discuss this issue further. I'll be inviting him to join me. Fantastic. Come to me, Dr. Collins. I live at... Can't wait to see ya. And some mentioned that our daughter might have been swapped at birth. Oh, and the test would benefit us both. I can assure all these commenters that she didn't leave my side once throughout our hospital stay. Okay, from her entrance to the world to her leaving the hospital with us. I'm very happy that she's our little one. It happens here and there. It's, a very weird thing that happens, but I mean, valid, but I think she knows if it's her kid or not. Most people mentioned projection on his part. I must admit, I hadn't thought about this. I'm almost certain that this isn't the case, but I will discuss my fears, concerns with him, as this is now at the forefront of my mind. I will update accordingly. Thank you all. Yeah, let's talk about projection for a moment. Because I know I've been through this as well, and it's not with everyone. But often, when you yourself are not being are not cheating. And then your partner all of a sudden just needs to know everything that's going on and accuses you of cheating or tries to catch you in something, and you just feel like it's completely out of nowhere. It's because they're cheating on you. Or they're thinking about it, or it's on their mind. And then they think if they're capable of that, you're capable of that. And then they get insecure about it, and they make you feel insecure about it, about nothing, because you're not being a cheater. And they just gaslight you and manipulate you. And then you think you're a terrible person when they, in fact, are the terrible person. But yeah, I know it's very commonly known, but it's funny how many people do this. I know so many people that have gone through that. So that sucks. I mean, a paternity test is like next level though, that's next level. Yeah, I'd just still be offended. And I think counseling is exactly what you guys need, but I need an update. I need an update. Is there another one? This just feels like he's accusing me of infidelity. That's because he is. Exactly. If you believe the baby was switched at birth, he'd use his fucking words to say that. Amen, sister. Which is what annoys me the most. 18 months ago, I quit my job and moved to a different country for him to further his career. I'd given him a second beautiful girl, and he says this crap. Oof. Oh, honey. I know it's hard to say bye, but he's being a bitch. I don't know. I don't like this. Ooh. Tell him he can have his paternity test if he hands you his phone and passwords right that moment. You guys are savages, and I love it. If he wants to doubt your fidelity, you owe it to yourself to check his messages, emails, apps to ensure he isn't projecting. Ooh! Most of the time when someone is cheating, they try to make it seem like their partner is to justify their own cheating to themselves. Yeah. Everything I already said. I wish there was another update. Oh my God, that makes me so sad. It doesn't look like there's another update. Well, I hope it works out for you. I hope you talk some sense into him. I hope he's not cheating on you, my lord. And I hope that you break up with him. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want, But I hope he shapes the fuck up, okay? Otherwise, Dr. Collins is gonna come fuck him up, okay? Next, I farted and my boyfriend got mad. He's the asshole. Next, what is with all the guys in these posts? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. My boyfriend, 30, and I, 28 female, were cuddled in bed, under a blanket, not doing anything, just cuddled up. Randomly, I farted, literally out of nowhere, and he immediately jumped out of bed and said, "Okay, I'm done," and started getting dressed, saying, "Stuff like this irks me." Oh. Just need to do a little breath work right there. I didn't realize this high and mighty god of a man doesn't let some wind blow out of his ass once in a while. Anyway, I replied, "I understand, but that was completely unintentional, but also very natural." You don't need to justify a fart. You don't, unless you're literally farting in someone's face on purpose, His response angrily, "Why would you fart in bed under the blanket?" I just sat there, shocked, with absolutely no words. At that moment, my heart shattered in every tiny piece imaginable. What should I do? I'm not saying you're dramatic, but that is some dramatic writing. But yeah, for your partner to just be like, "Ew, That irks me. It's just like, I can't control it. It's like my stomach grumbling or a burp coming out. Like, you can't do anything about it. That sucks. Like, farts are funny, okay? Nobody likes to smell them, whatever. They're a little weird, but I don't know. I don't like people that are weird about farts. Like, I don't go around farting on purpose, but Caleb does here and there, and I think it's really funny. He does it to make me laugh, you know? And he's not farting in my face or anything like that, give me pink eye or something. But it's just natural, and like, what's he gonna do if you have a baby, you know? And that shit is like a hot dog down a hallway for a little bit, and you pee yourself, because that happens. Okay, I'm telling you now, it does. Like, I feel like anything natural down the line is gonna bug this guy, because he thinks you need to be this like pristine, perfect, on a pedestal, doesn't have a nail or thread out of place or hair out of place. Like, I don't vibe with this guy. I don't vibe with this guy. All right, he can. Let's see what people said. Imagine having a dude once broke up with me because I farted as part of your dating lore. This is epic. Truly. Like, again, you don't need a reason to break up with somebody, but some shit like this, dude, especially at the age I am, I'd just be like, F you, dude, I'm out. You know, like, I don't have time for this little child boy behavior. You know what? Not even a little boy would think that's f***ing funny, okay? Shit, I'd fart right back. Gotta assert dominance. Exactly. No way I'm getting out of flatulenced by my beloved. This is a competition and I'm in it to win it. Dueling Dutch ovens. That's crazy. That's wild. Hey man, whatever floats your boat, you know? It's all fun and games until someone shits the bed. I like all these people. Don't pay this man no mind. Don't pay this man no mind. Get the f*** out and be kind to yourself. Go find somebody that is not gonna cringe at a fart, because little bitches do that. Next, I feel like I'm very harsh in this video, but I don't know. I'm just not taking shit today. All these men in these stories, I mean, sometimes it's men and women, but today it's all guys. Come on, guys, step up. I know there's a lot of good ones out there. Okay, this doesn't look like we're getting into any better of a place. Am I the asshole for being brutally honest to my wife about cheating? I don't know where this is going. I'm not gonna assume anything. Let's just go into it. So this happened over the past weekend. We were at a party with friends and this question popped up. We essentially had a small never had I ever game, which is pretty childish looking back, but we're all in our late 20s, so it isn't that bad. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's that bad. Leads to bad things usually though, especially if there's alcohol involved. One of the questions was, never have I ever forgiven a partner for cheating. Ooh, okay. A few people counted that as something they did, including my wife. Interesting. Oh, so never have I ever forgiven a partner. Okay, so did you cheat and she hasn't forgiven you? Okay, I gotta keep reading. I expressed my surprise about it since I wouldn't expect her, of all people, to give someone a chance after cheating. Okay, so we're talking about a past relationship. Okay. Or does that mean that she did? Wait, how does never have I ever worked? If I said never have I ever, or if somebody said never have I ever eaten chocolate cake, then I'd have to put my hand up because I did eat chocolate cake. Okay, so she did forgive a partner. Got it. Sorry, I had to do that in my head. Okay, anyway. Other than that, the night went on just fine and I was driving us home. I don't drink. I hate alcohol. Based. I asked her about the whole situation with forgiving a partner for cheating. In her words, her ex-boyfriend of so many years back cheated on her. He came clean about it and they tried again. And then he went and did it again in the same manner. Cheater's gonna cheat. And once a cheater, always a cheater. That's not always the case, but seems to be a very similar pattern among the people I know. She said she didn't regret giving him a second chance and would do the same if I happened to cheat. I mean, whatever's her preference, you know, whatever. That's fine. I figure this is just her being drunk. Fair. I have no intention of cheating on her. In absence of any answer from me, she asks if I do the same for her. Interesting. Okay. I bluntly told her I wouldn't be able to forgive cheating, nor would I ever expect to be forgiven for cheating if somehow ended up doing it. That's fair. That is your journey. That is, you know yourself better than anyone else, so that's fair. Short of physical abuse or other heinous acts, it's the worst thing you can do to someone you love. Fair. I don't know what happened to her after that, but she stopped talking the rest of the car ride. Ever since then, she's been dead silent around me. Oh, damn. She's spiraling, like, just thinking, oh my God, how could he leave me if I cheated? But now it's like, oh my God, wait, did she cheat? And that's why she's spiraling? And she's like, oh my God, if he finds out, then he's not gonna give me a second chance. I'm spiraling now. Thanks. She isn't her usual bubbly self and is withdrawn when I have conversations with her. She avoids any questions about what happened on Saturday night, too. I asked our mutual friends about any context I have missed, and a few of them said that she must have taken it a bit too hard. As in, me not being able to forgive her for hypothetically cheating means I don't love her as much as she loves me. Not even close to remotely true. Her two oldest friends kind of implied that I shouldn't have been so blunt about it. You absolutely can be blunt about that. That's like crazy. That's crazy. Like, to put that's the thing with hypotheticals in a relationship. Like, you can say them, but just be ready for an honest answer. If you want to have an honest and open relationship, I'm really sounding like a real shrink right now. But if you want to have that open, just totally aware relationship where you feel like you can say anything and be ready for both answers when you ask that, like, that's just normal. Like, if I was to ask Caleb that, we have had this conversation before, because it's just something that comes up. Or I have a dream and I'm like, oh, you cheated on me in my dream. And then we get into the conversation about like, oh my God, if I cheated, and he's like, yeah, no, I couldn't do it. You know? And even if I could do it, I wouldn't feel bad if he couldn't, because that's just who he is. I don't know. You can't base the amount of love that someone has for you off of a crazy hypothetical that hasn't happened and there's no indication of it happening. So that's not fair to your partner, the girl to the guy. That's not fair. It's just not fair. I understand because I'm a woman and like bitches, we do spiral. I've spiraled a lot. And maybe there's that initial like, oh, I would give you the benefit of the doubt. I would give you a second chance. And it's like, okay, like that's fine. But you're asking him that after you were unfaithful to someone you loved so much and that loved you back so much, that he has to continue to love you after you did something horrible to him. What? Just doesn't make sense in my brain. I'm curious what you guys think down below and all these stories. So let me know down below. But what do the people say? Not the asshole. Exactly. She's conflating your personal boundaries with your love for her, but personal boundaries and deal breakers are about self-love, not love of another. Not everyone has the same boundaries, and that is always more about the person themselves than other people. Yep, exactly. Not only that, but forgiving her other partner and then him doing it again should have taught her that once they cheat, they will likely cheat again if they get by with it. Either way, most people could never trust them again. Yeah, it's kind of, maybe it's just in her nature. Maybe she's just a person, maybe she's just a very empathetic person that thinks the most of their partner and thinks that people can be flawed and can make mistakes, and that's totally fine. Again, that's her feelings. He doesn't need to feel the exact same way. Yeah, definitely not the asshole. You're fine in my books. Way to be the guy of the day. Everybody else sucked. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. And until then, I will send you a bill for my time in the mail.